Hey. What it is.
What
I feel like
it is.
saw you. I feel like I just saw you moments earlier.
Can I answer? Can I tell you why that is?
I would love for you. I don't know why I'm having that feeling.
Because you did.
What?
Because
right.
you did, huh?
That's right. We've seen each other for a full hour for the other show that we made,
which will be
2
out
hours ago.
In probably 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks from today, it'll be out.
So that's what we do. Every Thursday, we record an episode in the Never Again radio studio. Mr. Michael Fauerbach makes awesome shirts and cool shit, and he has a great podcasting studio. So if you have not, check him out on Facebook and Instagram. It's at Never Again Studio, I believe is the tag.
True.
Either way,
you're not wrong. You ain't wrong.
So we post those on YouTube. So we have sort of a different kind of thing once in a while.
So yeah, let's get some housekeeping out of the way. You hate to do it, but we have to do it.
You are just eager to tell them to share it, aren't you?
Well, number one, I don't know if anybody's even watching at this point yet. We got 4. Share the link. Share it out. Please share it to all the groups that you can think of. Every single one. If there's a knitting group, share it.
Especially if there's a knitting group.
Can you knit?
Especially.
Can you knit?
No, sir.
I don't know anything about the sport of knitting, but also don't forget, head over to wherever you listen to podcasts and subscribe to the Clicking and Screaming podcast so you can listen to it if you can't see us. Listen, your ears will love us just as much as your eyes will. That's something I said earlier. I love it. I'm going to keep saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, subscribe. I can't say subscribe well. I don't know if you've noticed. I have a hard time saying subscribe. It's not subscribe. Subscribe is different than subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Please.
We will be posting hot content all the time. The hottest content you've ever seen in your entire lives. Don't miss it. We don't want to stress that enough. Mm-hmm. Can't stress that enough. Last but not least, I have to ask, Tim, how's your day?
Well, I'm going to have spent over 2 hours of it with you and Kate.
True.
So that part is,
exceptional.
Wonderful. Yeah, really, really great. And I read some books to my baby before I put her to bed.
Oh my God. Like what? Like Moby Dick?
I read all of Moby Dick and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Yes.
You ever read 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Ty?
No.
Terrible.
Terrible book?
Famous book by Jules Verne, and it is a terrible book.
Do you know the conspiracy? Well, not so much of a conspiracy, but the story behind Moby Dick, how, number one, it was a commercial failure when it came out.
I can see that. I mean, it was
long, Herman Melville, right? That's who wrote it, Herman Melville?
I forget. I think so.
He died. He stopped writing books. It was such a failure that he stopped writing books. He was like a tax collector or something. Then he died, and the book was like whatever. And then I think World War I happened, and the soldiers, the Navy soldiers who were out on ships, they like took a liking to Moby Dick, and like it was like a relatable story, like they out in the sea fighting this beast, and they related it to the war they were in, and it became a cult like.
While he was was he still alive?
He was dead. He had since died.
That sucks when it happened.
And then
it's gonna happen to us, by the way.
It got repopulated. It got finally popular and became like it transformed American literature. So he never knew it. He died thinking it was like a big failure. That's super sad.
That's really depressing. That's what happened to Van Gogh also.
Yeah.
The painter. He has bad depression. It's famous for he cut his own ear off because he was just crazy in a depression. Yeah. Everybody told him he sucked. And then he died, and now there's museums just for him because he was so good.
Right.
Is that well? It shows you also that I don't know if in those days they had haters, but it kind of do Because it's like the people who are alive with you who aren't as good at painting or writing or whatever, they're just going to say you suck because why not? Why not shit on somebody? And then it takes all of them to die. And then there has to become a new, fresh group of people. And then they'll say, oh, they're gone, so they're not in competition with me. This is actually great.
Well, yeah, but the funny thing about Moby Dick was it wasn't the only book about like being out at sea, fighting a beast that was out there. There's plenty. But for whatever reason, this one caught on and became like had like just skyrocketed, and now it's like the greatest piece of American literature. But like the person died thinking it sucked, and like it just shows you how what objective art is.
Subjective
art is. Objective would be the opposite of that.
Oh, just
how subjective.
Just so you know, this is a little kind of behind the curtain here, but you know how it's showing us 4 viewers?
Yeah,
it's not right. I just refreshed the actual page. There's 20 some. So something's wrong. Something's wrong. But just so you know, there's something wrong with.
I'm not worried about it. I decided I'm not worried about it.
I'm just letting you know.
I am worried that we can't see comments though.
That's what I'm trying to get that whole sentence out.
Oh, sorry.
That we might not be able to see comments, and we can't. They're all showing up on the page, but not on our page.
Now it's like the greatest piece of American literature.
Yeah, see, now we can't fucking see.
Now
we're back to the old days.
The comments aren't coming through, so we can't see shit.
Oh my god, this is going to change the dynamic of the show. Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm gonna refresh my page.
Okay.
And so it might make me go away for a second. I'm gonna try it.
All right, fine. Ladies and gentlemen, we're trying to fix this. We know comments are a big part of the program. Technical difficulties. We're coming back. We're gonna be fine. In the meantime, there he is. He's already back. Does it help? Is it there?
Yep. Comments are in. So if you can't see him, just refresh your page.
Okay.
Gang, what a ride it's been. What a ride it's been. Anna Marie Hamilton. My glasses are reflecting the strain. Oh, yes, they are. Oh, well.
We're back.
Did it for a second. It was something.
All right, everybody. Sorry about that. Share the link, please. I know you probably already did. We were talking about Moby Dick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. About long, boring novels about the sea and beasts. I read 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea last year, 2 years ago. I forget. This is a classic. It's American. It's whatever. And that particular book, it predicted a ton of technological advancements, like things that didn't exist and seemed like science fiction in the book, then all came true.
Yeah.
So people look at that book as like, holy shit, was he a prophet, a Nostradamus? But the book itself, just to put in perspective of like what passed for entertainment at that time, there are entire chunks of the book, like 15-page pieces of just the Latin names of underwater creatures. It'll be like the main guy is just reading them, and then it's terrible, and there's no payoff. There's like whenever you see the book, there's a picture of like this big giant squid attacking the submarine or whatever like that. That's not in there.
Right. Yeah. I think.
What are you doing? You're doing something different than listening to me. So what is it that you're doing?
We're back to not having people. Like I think we're just gonna now it's like sometimes it goes in and out.
I think we're pretty well effed for that.
Sorry, but anyway, but I'm reading this book. Chuck Klosterman wrote it. I know he's like kind of like a hack, right? Like he's not a hack writer, but reading him is a hack thing. He's so popular that everyone's.
I've actually never heard of this character you're speaking.
Really?
Of.
Okay. He has a book called "What If We're Wrong," and it looks into all those kind of things that we were wrong about, like that, like gravity. Like you know how for the first 1,000 years of human existence, they thought that rocks and everything wanted to be in its home, which is the center of the earth. That's why it would fall to the ground.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess.
And then somebody was like, nah, that's not it.
Mm.
And then they proved the theory of gravity. And now for the last 100 years, that's what we believe. So
you're saying the premise of the book is what if everything currently is wrong?
Yeah. What if we're wrong about shit? And we've been believing this whole thing is right this whole time. It's totally possible that we are wrong about stuff, because for 1,000 years we thought rocks fell to the earth because they wanted to be in their home, which is in the center of it.
I think we almost have to be wrong about a lot of things, especially when it comes to, like you said, even like maybe not gravity here on Earth, but the way gravity behaves in space, like all kinds of space travel stuff, underwater exploration. We've explored like none of it. Evolutionary stuff, things from the past. But I do think that we have more tools now, of course, than they did. Like back in those days, there was a book for the town, and it was the Bible, probably. So, compared to, people are dumb as hell now, and they just believe anything they see. But the smart people at least have access to the tools.
Yeah,
that's true. Everyone does. We all have access to the tools.
Well, that's
for whatever reason, people just
it used to be only the rich people had access to any type of knowledge, which in turn probably made you in better shape by not accessing like education, because they were real fucking wrong back then. So like the rich people just learned wrong stuff, right? And they just thought they knew more.
What are you up to over there? What are you up to?
Well, I'm trying to figure this out.
I think the problem is just that StreamYard's effing us tonight. I mean, at least it's the first time it's ever happened. But the viewing count is now correct, so that works.
Well,
and the comments don't work. But
we'll try to. We're going to talk about some comments. I'll read through them. We got Joe Abraham's in the building. Andrew Hess is in the building. Probably talking shit about my lack of knowledge and how I sound like a blundering idiot, which he is. Tyler's time frames are another thing that is wrong. I love to hear it. And Anna Marie Hamilton says she had nightmares about gravity when she was a kid. That's a weird thing to have nightmares. That explains a lot, Anna. Explains kind of a lot about you.
I don't know. Does it?
I don't know. Like having, like, describe the nightmares. Like, are you
getting sucked into things?
Yeah, sucked into things. Are you falling? Because that's different. That's having a nightmare about falling, not necessarily gravity.
Do we bring the gallon? I mean, it's already 13. This first 13 minutes has flown by with all the Moby Dick talk.
And we just want to apologize again if you have just got here. Something's up with StreamYard. We can't see your comments in real time. I have them on my phone, but we're going to try to do it the old-fashioned way from the previous administration, where I read them and nobody else can see them. But without further ado, we're going to bring on our esteemed colleague. Thank God, by the way, we are somewhat prepared tonight. Took a little bit of advice from longtime friend, longtime fan, Andrew Hess, said maybe have a couple ideas to toss around with the gang in case something happens. Guess what? Tonight, imagine if we were reliant on comments. Maybe SOL, my good man. But without further ado, we're going to bring her in. You love her. You hate her. Ladies and gentlemen, our esteemed colleague, it's Kate Hughes. Yeah, I don't know about this at all. I don't know what that, like, I don't understand.
Where in the world is Waldo?
Yeah.
Where's Waldo?
Yeah. This is I don't know why every single night I'm always like,
I shock you.
I didn't expect this at all. But I once again didn't expect this at all, Kate. What are you doing on your phone? What are you texting?
I'm trying to see if I can help you guys with this.
You can't help
us. How would you help us? You don't even know usually how to get online.
Kate, I brought you a microphone a month ago and you haven't used it since then.
Well, I can't figure that out.
I know.
I was reading about Van Gogh.
Ryan Dugan just said, no worries on the comments. I'll just post up your numbers and people can text them in.
Do not do that.
Please. I can see them. I can see them.
Not do that.
You can see them in real time?
What's the most recent one? What does it say? Like they're coming in?
Isaac Newton, 8:10 p.m.
Yeah, that was like literally 5 minutes ago. You think
yeah,
we only
5
got
minutes. Yeah, so actually,
I just saw that one too.
Ty, I think that one that proves she's not going to help us based on.
Well, because that is.
I see him currently.
Well, let's talk about. We have some topics. Let's give these people a show of content, not so much banter. If this figures itself out, and the comments are coming in just super late. But Tim, I'm going to ask you how your day is, and then Kate, can you follow it up by telling me how your day is?
I already answered that question.
That's right, you did. Sorry, Kate, how's your day?
You know what's funny? You didn't ask me that yesterday. I had a phenomenal day
Answer
yesterday.
the question, Kate.
Can I talk about my yesterday?
No, today. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here yet. Live in the moment for once. Where is Kate right now? Do you think people, when they play Where's Waldo, they're like, where was Waldo yesterday? No, they want to know where Waldo is right now.
You know what? Maybe they should ask where Waldo was yesterday. Then they wouldn't be
That's not
asking
the game.
where Waldo
The
is
game
today.
isn't called Where Was Waldo in the Past.
Well, maybe they would find Waldo if they found out where he was yesterday.
Waldo is constantly moving around.
He's a mover and a shaker, that guy.
He's a mover and a shaker. So tell me, for God's sakes.
So yesterday we found the dog that was missing.
Great.
And my one girlfriend is having a baby.
Even better.
That was a great day. That was like a good news.
Good
day.
things come in threes, Kate.
What's the third?
Found the dog, baby. What's next? Do you
What's
have any
the
other
third?
announcements for us?
I have a boyfriend.
Ring it. Ring that goddamn bell. She's a liar.
He loves me very much.
Well, now we know it's.
We're in love.
Yeah, we're in love.
Yeah.
I feel love for him. I feel love for other people.
Yeah.
Which is the biggest thing.
A general unselfish love for
I have
all.
love in my heart.
Yes.
For my boyfriend. So I had a rental car the other day.
Okay. Let me stop you right there.
Go on.
We don't.
Go on.
Okay, we care. I guess we care.
I think you guys. It feels like you should care. So it has one of those technology parts in it.
Yeah.
You could have really helped us get this show back on track.
The technology part.
Hey, do you guys have do any of your cars on the lot have like the technology part?
Because do you know?
I'm looking for like a technology part for the car.
Ma'am, do you mean a DVD player?
Yeah.
Guys, we're back.
No. Like the area where it tells time and tells you where you are and where you should be going. I'm trying to find
which
Waldo.
technology part do you mean? The console?
So
Is that what you mean?
this one came with a horn. Do you guys know about horns? So this one has a thing where it tells you when you're veering off into the other lane. It's like, hey, idiot.
Hate that thing.
It has proven to me that I am a terrible driver.
I see you as an aggressive driver.
I don't like the straight line. Apparently, I want to be zigzaggy. Where's Kate? I don't want people to guess that I'm going straight.
No, you probably leave a trail of destruction behind you wherever you go. Actually, can we talk about this for once that you made me think of it, Kate? It was probably you, but now that I think about it, in the rental car.
Yeah.
When you're going down, it's 2 lanes, and there's a sign that says it's going to become 1 lane, right?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And everyone knows if you have. Did Ty mute himself or?
Yeah, he did.
Did you mute?
Classic merge stitch. I get you guys. I'm with you guys.
Oh, what's happening with Tyler?
I don't know. He's really off by a lot.
You're off by a lot.
Let
Yeah,
me
all of a
leave and come
sudden,
back. I'm gonna leave and come back.
See you later.
All right, thank
Yeah, that
God.
guy's gone.
Woo! Hey, he was probably the reason the whole works are all mucked up.
I think so. Yeah.
Anyhow, everybody knows at a certain point you stop trying to cut people off because it's going to one thing. So I'm driving and there's like
Simple math.
I don't know, 1 car in front of me, 3 car lengths in front of me. They're not very far. We're all going kind of slow, like 35. There's 7 cars behind me, all in about the same thing. They've all moved into the left lane because they all know we're about to go into 1 lane. And I see this kid. I already know what's going to happen in a blue WRX because all the they always with WRX
Douchebag
comes flying up on the right and passes all those cars. And there's no room to get in front of me. Like you can't pass me because you can't fit your car in. So he gets up next to me and he starts like cursing at me like I'm doing something wrong by not making room for him to let me in after he just cut off everyone. And at which point I like to do this move that I saw in a commercial one time.
Yeah.
It doesn't always work, but you have the steering wheel and you go like this. And you don't really turn the wheel. You just act like you're gonna slam into the car.
Yeah.
And he hit the brakes and flew off into the distance. And I don't know what happened.
Rolled down a hill and crashed.
Hopefully it rolled and then it blew up. And then a bunch of flames came out. And taught him a little humility,
Taught
maybe.
that guy a lesson.
But
I like it. I like
why
that.
do those
move. I'm gonna
people?
try that.
Why do those people exist?
I hate
Like,
them.
what were
Because
you,
their
like, you
parents
risk-
were those people.
You're
and they
probably right.
made them.
They have
I'm
bad parents.
especially more now that I have a kid. Like, my daughter wasn't. If you had a kid in the car and some dickhead endangers everybody for no reason, it
It's
makes
like-
you go insane. It explains why people flip out so bad
Well,
on the
some
road.
people have. Is my sound back? Am I good?
You're
Yeah,
back.
you're fine. Yeah.
Some people have a need for speed, and some people don't consider anybody else's
They got
safety.
that taste. They got the
Yeah.
taste for speed.
So they want their need for speed overpowers their respect for their common man, and
I
that
could see that.
that's where we
Yeah.
get ourselves into some trouble. Like any douche, I love the people that fly by you on the highway, and they like almost kill a dozen people. They get off the exit, and that's like gonna be your
Okay.
exit, and then you end up at the same stoplight. You're like,
right,
hey,
because
Oh.
right,
what's up, pal?
they gained
Remember?
no ground.
Yeah.
Which is almost always going to be true. Like, unless you're on 100-mile straight line trip, if you're going to it's almost always going to happen that if you're anywhere where there's a bunch of lights, you're going to end up at the same place.
Yeah.
Around the same time.
I mean, I hate red lights more than the next person. I do. But I mean, you got to take it in stride. You know what I'm saying?
In Iceland, the stoplights, the red lights are in the shape of a heart.
I
didn't know that. I didn't know
I'm
that.
going to check real
Check
quick.
right now. And also
Yeah.
keep the bell right next to you.
Keep it handy. Yeah, check. And
Okay, it's true.
I asked-
True.
I asked
True.
I actually
why?
don't like that.
That she wasn't
Why?
lying.
No, that they are made of hearts. I'm not
What?
proud that I don't like it.
Yeah, why, Ty?
It
I
seems
don't
like a
know.
weird thing to do. Like,
Well, I
that
asked
they'd have
them,
it at
you
all.
know,
You're forcing this happiness on me.
Yeah, you hate it. You want to work for happiness. You don't want it to be given.
Well, Ty
to you.
wanted to take Remember in the earlier show we did, he talked about what was it that he wanted to take the happiness away?
Take a happiness
It
away.
was some context that he wanted to take the happiness away, but I can't
I
remember it
don't
now.
like others' happiness.
He
That's-
hates
it's something along
happiness.
those
No,
lines. Yeah.
that's false. I enjoy it. I'm getting better at it. And if you know
Punished.
what, I'll say this.
Better.
It's due to the
Us.
artist's way.
Is it?
Little too much.
Kate,
Little
your
too
answer
much
was
God
right
talk.
also. Your Kate was right also. Us was the answer. That's right.
But also,
This
I will
guy-
say a little too much God in the artist's
Yeah,
way. But also,
yeah.
You know what?
You're blubbering.
You got to replace it with another word.
yeah, or you could just, I don't know, whatever. So we do have some topics. You want to talk about some topics? I kind of want to get to this one. I know Tim's fired up. He has some
He's gone.
personal stories about this next person. We're going to talk Marty Jannetty here. For those of you that don't know, Marty Jannetty, Tim, you're back. Explain who Marty Jannetty is. Nobody can do it quite like you can. So give the people a little bit of a rundown and then follow that up with your personal anecdote about said former WWF superstar.
I shouldn't say a lot. There's a few people in the comments who I know are going to know Marty Jannetty. Unfortunately, just to remind anybody who's just coming in now, we cannot see your comments tonight. There's something wrong with our streaming thing. So, sorry. Anyhow, Marty Jannetty was a very famous
Keep
professional
commenting, though.
wrestler.
Keep commenting.
Keep
Keep them
commenting.
coming.
For the love of God, keep commenting.
We'll get to you later.
We'll
Talk
get
to one another.
down there.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves. They
Marty
do that
Jannetty was a very
anyway.
famous professional wrestler in the late 80s and early 90s, and he was half of the tag team called the Midnight Rockers with him and Shawn Michaels, who ended up becoming one of the most famous pro wrestlers of all time. Anyway, like many pro wrestlers, things didn't work out. He was popular for a while, and then it sort of fizzled out. He got addicted to various types of drugs. I don't know exactly which ones, but
You name the vice.
probably
Marty
a bunch of them. He stops professional wrestling, falls into obscurity, and eventually he got himself some social media accounts, like so many people who shouldn't have social media accounts do. And he would just tweet like really inflammatory, crazy bullshit, just weird political stuff and weird like things you just shouldn't talk about.
Again, maybe they shouldn't allow the guy who had his head beaten against a mat for 2 decades to talk for himself.
Well, you know, it's okay if you didn't go crazy though. Like Hulk Hogan has one, and he's not nuts, you know. But like,
Well, relatively.
And anyhow, people just knew him as a crazy guy. And then Buddy, one of my good friends, Tom Buddy Lupacchino, him and I make a lot of videos and dumb stuff. And we wanted to have him in one of our videos because we figured if there's any professional wrestler you can get a hold of, it's probably Marty Jannetty. He's not doing anything. He lives in New Jersey, so
Just
we know
tweeting.
we found his address via internet, and we know he's in New Jersey. Yeah, so we made him a DVD. We made him a video of me and Buddy, and it came out unintentionally, probably really insulting, because we wanted it to sound like, hey, we know, you haven't been on TV in a while, but we are trying to do our best. We're making some movies, so we want you to be in it with us, and wouldn't it be fun? But
there's more.
Instead, the way it sounded was, hey, we know you haven't been working for a while, so we don't really have any money, but if you help us, if you come star in our video, we'll hook you up with a hot dinner. Which, whenever you say a hot meal, for some reason, it implies like the person's destitute. Like, get you a nice hot meal, get off the streets. So we sent him this DVD and a bolo tie and some other regalia, and we never heard back from him again. But we know it got there. We know it got there.
That's the weird part.
And then a few days ago, maybe yesterday, I forget, he blew up on the internet again because he got really drunk or something and posted about how when he was a 13-year-old, somebody tried to molest him. And he murdered this person and hid the person's body in the river, and the police never found the body. And then I think he got into a normal state of mind, promptly deleted all of these things. But it's the internet, and everybody, of course, screen capped it and told the police, who are now investigating him for murder.
If there's one way to ensure that you will be quickly investigated for murder, you go on Twitter and say, hey, I killed this guy and I put him in a river, and the police are like, that guy's dead. That guy is dead. So,
and the time frame. And I mean, he is crazy, so it is possible he just made it all up. And it's also, if someone was trying to rape a 13-year-old and the 13-year-old killed him, good for the 13-year-old. But it's still a weird, like the spiral from WWF top tag team. I don't know how much money they made back in those days. Probably not a lot. But still,
just a hot meal. What if that's the
hot meal?
No, what if that's how they got paid and he thought you were being extra insulting? Because how did he know I only got paid in hot meals?
I used to get cold meals.
I got to share. There is one comment I got to share. And I think we're starting to catch up a little bit. But this is big fan of the show. Joe Abram, Sergeant Slaughter, the Iron Sheik, George the Animal Steel, among others, used to hand in his club. I don't know what that means. Does that mean is that a thing they did?
Well, my club.
You go out hand jive.
No. Well, that's kind of close. That's close. Closer. Yep. There. Yep. You guys got it.
Chick.
Oh.
Yeah, I was over at the club handing these guys.
That's terrible news.
Did a lot of handing back in the 80s.
Me and my buddies were just handing each other out in the club.
Anyhow, that's where we're at with Marty Jannetty. So, not great.
Has that ever happened to you? Like, have you?
No.
Like, none of
what Tim
described
has happened to him,
except for the murder.
Either never.
But that was several months ago. That wasn't.
Oh, now we're gonna be investigated.
No, did you ever have somebody say like, "Goodbye, cruel world"? Think.
Yeah. 1,000 times, and you know what? They all survive.
You know the cops show up when that happens. Did you guys know that?
Did you do that?
I would never have done that.
So it was you who you're talking
my
about.
Diary.
Hey, tell us.
How do you know the cops show up? Yeah, tell us the whole thing. Tell us the whole thing.
Just regale us.
So I
am not going to be mean to her about her kill herself message. I've decided ahead of time.
Thank you.
I won't either. No, I don't think suicide is not to be joked about.
Well, it depends who did it, but not when it's Kate. Not when it's Kate.
The only good suicide in history is Hitler's.
Well, there's some talk about that. He could be among us.
I believe he took his own life.
Oh, okay. You do?
No,
I liked your little history at the Moby Dick in the beginning. I did like that. Thank you.
I started talking about 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and he was texting the entire time.
I was trying to figure out the program, guys.
And then you brought up Van Gogh. And I went to the museum in Amsterdam.
You know how they pronounce it in Amsterdam? I bet you do.
Van Gogh.
Yeah, it's weird.
I want Kate's suicide story.
Van Gogh.
That sounds like you were going to say something else.
No, sir.
It's got a.
By the way, we're all caught up with the comments.
There he is.
And
No,
the one that brings us.
I think you are maybe. I'm not even close.
Okay.
Oh.
Kate, tell us the story. Tell us
Okay.
the tale. Is it a tall tale?
It is. I was dog sitting. Go figure. When all my best stories happen, and all of a sudden it was a cold, wintry night. All of a sudden, ding dong.
Go on.
And it's the night before Christmas, and all through the house. And I was nervous because, first of all, people tell me, they'll say like, "Oh, I'm gonna post while you're dog sitting, while we're like in Jamaica, and you're like in our house where you don't understand the security system."
No, don't post your away. What the hell?
And then they're like,
"Hey, we're gonna post that there's a very weak and scared dog sitter, and to not mess with you because she has no self-defense skills whatsoever."
That's right.
And you can take her life from her. I'm gonna post that, okay? Kate's
Exactly.
like, no. Tell them I'm armed. Yes, bring weapons to the.
Exactly. And then some people ask, like, "Can you post pictures of our pets and say that you're pet sitting?" I'm like, I don't feel comfortable doing that.
No, that's like one of the most basic things that you're not supposed to do. Is
a
tell
big old
people
target on my
when
head.
you're doing things out of the ordinary. Yeah.
So I'm all alone. So I'm freaked out anyway. Now, guys, I didn't tell you this. I was dog sitting one time, and the house was robbed while I was dog sitting.
While you were in the house?
No, I had left and gone to the store, but when I
Oh, wait a second. This reeks of inside job. Reeks of it.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, I was dog sitting, and in the 20 minutes I was gone, somehow somebody broke in and took everything that you had.
They only stole all the art somehow, which is odd.
Hold on. I do have to share this. I was hoping it came up here. Anna Marie Hamilton, and if you're a longtime listener or viewer, you know Anna.
I did too.
This is kind of, she cried during the whole time, but I don't think she cried for the same reason you cried. She's like, well, I cried because I killed an entire family.
Yeah.
And I didn't even get paid.
Yeah.
I did it for free, and that's why I was crying. Yeah.
I did it at the while Van Gogh's famous paintings Watch the Murders.
Yep.
All right,
that
so
sounds
Kate,
like Anna.
you text somebody to rob the person you're dog sitting.
I was like, I'm about to go to the store.
I'm about to go to Wegmans for 15 to 20 minutes. Now's the time. And then you text the homeowner. Oh my God. How did they know exactly when I was leaving?
So weird. And to make it look like it wasn't me, I had that person steal only my things. That's how good I am.
They're like, Kate, we had a TV just like this. Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I watched it. But unfortunately,
I come out in her clothes.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Admire your style.
I got these like before I even knew you. Okay.
Yeah. Like the day after you were robbed, I got these on sale.
Somebody returned them. I thought, no, they're not.
Not my problem. Yeah, so I was robbed at a house. They stole only my things. Go figure. So I'm a little on edge sometimes, you know. And if you're alone, so again, back to this thing: cold, wintry night. Ding dong, and I'm like, who's here?
It's like a burglar.
Because they do, unlike the movies, they do ring the
burglar at the door. Please.
I'm just a little old thing sitting here. Yeah. So I go to the door and it's two officers. And they ask me, okay, so tell me the name of the person, the woman that lives there.
Mrs. Beatrice.
They're like, is Mrs.
Tarantula.
is Mrs. Tarantula? Is she here?
Can I play somebody? I want to play somebody.
You can play the cop because that's who you are.
Okay,
right?
all right. Listen here, Toots. Is Mrs. Tarantula around here?
No, she's not here. She's on vacation.
Not on my watch.
You don't know what happened. So I was like, she's on vacation.
Key to playing a part.
And he goes,
That's my only line. Not on my watch. She's not.
he goes,
bravo.
He goes, do you know where she is? And I was like, and I'm like, is everything okay? He's like, not really. She posted on Facebook something very disturbing on Facebook, and someone called the police.
Oh, you told this story in our previous administration.
Did I?
Yeah.
You know?
Go on. It's a good one. Go on.
So I quick look it up. Oh, that's right. I did tell the story. And so I was like, do you want me to call her? And they're like, yeah. So I call her. I'm like, hello, Mrs. Tarantula.
Hello.
Oh, you know this part. The cops are here, and they're wondering.
Good. Because I'm thinking about doing it.
Well, so they're asking me if you're okay.
Well, I'm on vacation, but I'm still very sad.
Why are you sad, Mrs. Tarantula?
Because Van Gogh lost his ear.
No.
And I'm afraid he's going to have a hard time hearing.
Is that how the show? Is that how it really happened? Is that really the story?
No.
Oh, I don't remember. I thought she told this story. I totally forget that she told this story.
You'll remember, Tim. Okay. So I was like, is everything okay? She's like, I post things on Facebook and people don't like that.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
don't get any likes.
Sounds like a lot of people.
Like everybody on Earth.
Yeah.
Right. So she wanted to end it, and I was like, well, the cops are here. And I said, what do you want me to tell them? And she said, you can tell them I said, F the police, what she said.
Why? Is she an insane person?
And she hung up.
You can tell them I said F the police, unless, of course, they friend request me on Facebook right now.
Right. Or I need them.
So she hangs up on me, and I look at them, and they're like, what did she say? And I was like, this is my perfect moment to say this to a cop. But I didn't do it.
There's no way you said
Well,
it.
it's not coming from you anyway.
Okay,
No,
so
but-
I was thinking you made the I'm gonna off myself thing.
No, it was her because no one was liking her comments on Facebook.
Well, I don't know.
You
Did I
still hang
tell
out
this
with
story?
But just real quick though, before do you still interact with this person?
You know I do.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
She likes all her stuff. She's probably watching right now. Is it Anna?
Hey, sorry, Ty. What was you gonna say?
Okay, I don't know if I followed up that story with this story back when we did this show the last time, but did I tell you when I was outside, I had a show in Philly, and there was this couple fighting outside of the show, and I was just kind of chilling. It was 2 hours before, so I was just chilling out there, sitting, and they were fighting, and then I went in to get a drink, and when I came back out, they were kissing and hugging on each other, and I'm like, what the hell did I miss? I missed something, a crucial part of this story.
Yeah, something big.
And somebody else was also watching the couple fight, and they're like, the guy threatened to kill himself, and she took him back. And I'm like, that works?
She probably took him back for that 15 minutes and then dumped him later.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that's such a baby move.
You're just buying time.
Yeah. And it's the most selfish thing you can do is to
Did you ever have anybody do that to you?
Yeah. 100 times.
I haven't.
I have.
You haven't had anybody threaten suicide?
Me? To be
Tyler.
with me?
No, not with a relationship. No, just in general.
No, sir. Yes, I have, but never to
not in the context of that. Yeah, me 100 times. 100 times.
Tyler's like, I want you to be my girlfriend. She's like, I'm gonna kill myself.
Okay, we'll just be friends.
Forget it.
No, lose my number entirely. Oh no, wait. So what did you do, Tim, when they were like, I'm gonna kill myself if you're not with me?
This is a bunch of people that for whatever reason have done this.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tim's so cool.
And when I was, that really makes you cool when your friends are going to kill themselves because they're all hooked on heroin.
We do want to. We also want to. Let me just interject by saying, if you do have these thoughts, please seek somebody out. A friend like Tim or the hotline. Call the hotline.
Call the hotline.
Call the hotline. Call the cops or something. I don't know. But when I was younger, my reaction would be to drop everything and like go to them and tell them whatever I think would make them feel better or happy or whatever. And then most of these people,
you're making it worse.
Most of these people, they're selfish assholes, typically, if you're going to do that. And by the 5th or 6th time they threaten to kill themselves, now I'm in my late 20s probably. And at that point, I stopped responding completely. So,
so this wasn't like a girlfriend?
No. This is just friends. This is just people.
Oh, no. That wasn't the question. You totally didn't hear the question.
Oh, he presented the question.
I thought it was just people.
He asked Kate. He asked the question.
Roll the footage. I asked the question.
I'm not crazy here, right?
No, sir.
Thank you. No, I have never had anyone I'm in a relationship with threaten to kill themselves. No.
Well, that's a story that Tyler was saying. So I asked if that happened ever.
Yeah, but then you were talking about someone who's just unrelated but threatened to kill themselves, which is what I was talking about.
Remember, Kate, when I made the joke like to be with me, and then you laughed maniacally and evil, and Tim said, "No, a different thing," and then we're like, "Oh, okay." But you were too busy laughing at the fact that nobody on earth would ever
want to be. They would rather.
That is so foreign to you.
Yeah, actually, I think as I was explaining, Kate was saying lose my number completely.
Yeah.
Well, somebody did that to me. They told me that they were going, if I didn't stay with him, he was going to get on his motorcycle and drive it off of a cliff.
When did this happen? Today? No.
Bring it.
No.
What did you? Yeah, she's lying, right?
Yeah. No, it did happen many years
15 years ago?
And he said, if you don't stay with me, I'm going to get on my motorcycle and I'm going to drive it off a cliff. And I said, terrible girlfriend. I don't know why he would even want to be with me. I said, feel free to take your motorcycle and drive it off of a cliff, but don't you dare blame it on me.
Oh, my God.
Well, you would never know if he blamed it on you because he'd be like,
Oh.
That's how it would go.
The show is horrible.
Oh, boy. I wish we had comments.
Oh, Tyler.
Yeah, it sucks. I'm getting them, but like 9 minutes delayed.
I'm out again?
Yeah.
Get him out of here. Jesus, God.
I love saying that to him. I'm joking with him the whole time. I'm like, your mouth is off.
Wouldn't that be funny? Hey, I think you're out of sync again. You better restart your computer.
Tim,
remember,
let's do that.
Hey, do you remember when he claimed to have restarted his computer a bunch of times and he was lying the whole time?
Yep, I remember that.
We were like, dude, you've been gone for 5 seconds.
There's no way you restarted.
No, I swear. And then he really did it, and everything got fixed.
Everything was fixed. Yeah, he's the liar. If
He's
you really.
liar. Oh, he's back.
I heard you guys the whole time.
He's back.
So
yeah, but you're in sync though, so that's good.
Let's just make another thing. I know I stressed it earlier, and I know I'm the one always doing this because I'm the one that's paranoid and I have anxiety. But suicide is not to be taken lightly. If you know anybody or have any of those thoughts yourself, please seek out somebody to help you. Hopefully, ideally a specialist, so a therapist or the
call
hotline.
Somebody who can help you. Don't post it on Facebook so your ex tells you you're special.
Yeah, there are people that they've been trained to deal with this. Tim, your friend, they love you, but they're not trained. So
me, no,
anybody. And if you do know somebody, suggest they do that. I don't know. Let's keep. Look, it's hard enough out there.
Oh my gosh, we just have to be kind to people.
Be kind. Kindness never kills.
Well,
you should get that tattoo.
It's my lower back tattoo right now.
It's your tramp stamp.
Yeah.
It has Tweety Bird saying it.
I'm just at the pool on vacation, like I'm at the pool bar on vacation, leaning over. Can I get a couple of vodka teas?
No, have Tweety Bird and Betty Boop holding hands, and then I wanted to say, kindness has never killed.
It's just on my lower back. and everybody at the pool's like, "Did you see that guy?"
He must be the kindest boy.
He seems kind because it says it on his back.
Who is
And
that?
it has Calvin peeing on meanness.
And everybody's like, I gotta ask. They come up to me. They're like, I gotta ask. Who's that tattoo for?
Humanity. It's for humans.
Not for you. You gotta ask. It ain't for you. It's for my loved ones.
Get out of
here. You ain't it.
Yeah. It ain't you, pal.
Would you get? Well, where is your tattoo, Tyler? Is it really on your lower? Okay, thank God. I got a little nervous when I was asking that question.
You know, I got two tattoos right here. Guess what this one says?
What?
Right arm.
No, it doesn't, does it?
Yeah. And then this one, left arm.
Left arm.
Yeah.
Tyler, I found out today that you are a left-handed person. Did you know that?
No, we've known each other now, and we've spent every night together for.
No. We don't know each other. We don't know each other. That's what you said the other day when I said that.
Well, we clearly don't. I was clearly correct.
No.
No, you didn't. Love to see it. See it. I know Tim's right-handed because I saw that today also.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen that probably a bunch of times.
Ho.
Yeah.
You know, during handwriting. Yeah.
We do have
during our handwriting meetings that we have.
We have one thing aside from the Marty Jannetty story, which
I'll see you tomorrow, okay, for the handwriting meeting.
It's 5:30, right? Same
5:30 handwriting meeting. We have a whole list. We have a whole list of topics here. What are you talking about?
Well, I want to get to one specific one.
I know which one you want.
Which one do you think? You guess it, my boy.
Facial recognition.
Oh.
Yeah, and I think that'll go nicely with the monkeys, the slave monkeys.
I agree.
So why don't you bring us into this? There it is. We got an issue, ladies and gentlemen. Fans of the program know we've got an issue with apes in the world. Apes are our biggest threat. And you know how we know this?
Because
there's now facial recognition for them.
I want to just read these bullet points. Much of the illegal trade in apes now takes place online, with traffickers posting pictures of baby animals for sale. Chimp Face, a newly developed software, uses an algorithm,
which is a derogatory term if I've ever heard one.
Well, once the chimps find out that they're being called Chimp Face, yeah, it's going to find out if the chimpanzee faces and images posted by traffickers match up with images later posted in social media accounts. I don't see how this is going to work, but I guess maybe it will. Right? It's better than selling black market chimpies.
Listen, I'm not. I guess that's the purpose, right? Whenever there's a chimpanzee sale, they're going to scan their face, or whenever you see a chimpanzee in the wild, like, what is this for? I guess. I'm sorry.
I can't tell if it's because. Well, I think what it's saying is people who poach chimps, they take pictures of them and then post them on, whatever platforms people are buying exotic animals, and then I guess this particular app. I don't know how it would get a hold of those pictures, but
it's going to take it
on Facebook. I don't know. I don't know what the reference point picture would be. Like, how would they get unless they're going to hire someone for the most dangerous job of all, and that's right. It's photographing the face of every single chimp in the wild.
Right, going up,
putting in the database,
an arm's length away, clicking chimp.
Clicking and screaming.
It's for your own good, chimpy boy.
If there was ever a real clicking and screaming job,
it's that
one. Clicking then screaming for sure.
Yeah.
Should we play this video? It might suck. I don't know.
Wait, guys,
I don't know. I would play it.
Do these chimps have social media accounts? Is that what this is for? Are they getting accounts? Is that it?
It's called their accounts are still better than Marty Jannetty's.
They managed to have. Hold on, I have to click.
But I feel like that's kind of like. What about the lions and tigers and bears?
Oh my.
Yeah.
Chimp-Face uses keyword detection and image recognition algorithms to flag publicly available internet content with a high likelihood of being linked to trafficking or animal exploitation.
Holy shit. I didn't know this was gonna be like a Sarah McLachlan type thing.
We'll give it 1 minute.
I'm scared. Oh no. I hate humans the most.
Ali Russo is battling
I
her
post
parents
a picture on Facebook
all the
of
time.
a great ape, and then 6 months later, you post a picture of a great ape, and the software tells us it's the same animal. We can start to understand who's trading with who. We'll know that I sent an animal to you, and so in some
All right,
way-
I mean, I'm good. I'm on that. Unless you want to do the whole thing.
No.
Was
it's
done.
probably a serious issue, and I mean, feel bad laughing.
It's extremely horrible, and no animal deserves to be treated that way.
If there are any chimps out there listening, we feel.
What are
free.
these people doing to the apes? And
Well, have you ever been?
We will say we're no fan of the ape, but we do not like.
I don't want to see them get abused, but they have them at like gas stations and circuses and roads. That like, you ever been to the South?
Stations?
Yes. Have you ever seen these fucking gas stations that have tigers and shit in cages, just living in their own shit? Just
At the gas station?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, can I get 40 on pump 4, and also can I pet the tiger?
Yeah, it's
My
like,
kids want to pet the tiger.
if anybody in the comments, which we can't see, I bet you John Wayne knows exactly what we're talking about because he's from the South, or he's he lives in the South. It's more common than you think that, because gas stations there, it's not like they're humongous truck stops. So it'll be like the last time I was in Louisiana, I drove by Tiger. It's called like Tiger Stop, and it's got a tiger that lives in utter misery 24/7 in a cage, and idiot truckers come in and like throw it snacks, and it just lays there wanting to die.
You know what I would love? I would love just like one time for
to flip it.
them to get out. The escape.
Just go ham.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just to see the.
Well, it's like why did you
shitty
think
trucker throwing food at an animal?
Did you think the tiger would increase your truck stop sales? Like, you'd do fine without it.
Crazy.
Right. But either way, that's what a lot of exotic animals go towards. Is people who want personal collections. They're just so rich, they just want that shit, and they don't know how to take care of them. Or it's roadside attractions. It's come look at the monkey. We got one. So it's
I'm learning so much.
pretty horrible.
So John Wayne is asking about Tarantula.
Yeah. Tarantula.
Are you? I think. Yeah, you have the same comments
way
I
back.
do.
You're way
No, I know. But I saw it. That's not the last one. But I just want to address that. John Wayne, that's a word I can't say. I feel like
Kate can't say tarantula.
Yeah.
So we make fun of her.
So that's what that's all about.
Can you
Tarantula.
try to say it though for us?
Yeah.
It's real embarrassing.
Just like, don't overthink it. Just like if you were gonna say I saw a tarantula, it scared me.
I don't know why.
Just do it. Actually,
Why don't you just say it?
It's Tarantula.
That wasn't that bad.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty
I've
good.
seen worse. I've seen worse.
But you do know there's not an R right after the T, right? You know
It's
that.
a CH. I put a CH in there a couple times.
Should we try it? Let's try it. Say ran
Trula.
chula.
Trula.
There's no R.
Trula.
True ranch rula.
True ranch rula.
Exactly.
True ranchula. There
I
you
did
go.
it.
Now say
Case
it fast.
closed.
Trulantula. Trulantula. Can't say it.
Tarantula. It's gonna be tarantula.
Tarantula.
Tarantula is better.
Yeah, a couple comments that we can't see. Florida, John Wayne. Hopefully you're feeling better, pal. I can't say better.
Yeah, I
You
know.
can't say tarantula.
Yeah.
He said Florida has all kind of gator stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
In Pennsylvania, in Lake Ariel, which is in the Poconos, they had circus lions on their property in Wayne County. That's
So
crazy.
Not far from here, they had
That's horrible.
circus lions.
Aw.
And you know how much those things need to eat and like roam, and it's just some asshole with
Yeah,
like
I
2
watched-
acres.
I watched Joe Exotic thing. Hey, how about if we flip the switch? I always think that. Like, what if we did it? What if the animals locked us up? I don't think we would appreciate it, right? I know I'm not wrong.
I don't think we would. No, Kate.
No, that'd be bad.
What if there were zoos filled with people and all the animals came to look at the people? How would we feel?
Sounds
Not
like
great.
the idea for
Have
our
you ever-
next
Have you ever
book.
been to Times Square? It's
No.
basically a people's zoo.
Oh, is it?
Just everybody, tourists come from everywhere to see people living in New York City in their natural habitat.
Write it down, Kate. People Zoo. Next
Okay.
book. It's the next book.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys like zoos?
I'm gonna write it down.
No.
No.
I'm not a fan of zoos either.
Tim.
I don't mind. Of course, like sometimes it
Sanctuary.
almost
You don't mind a sanctuary.
right. Like so, if there's animals that they're disabled, so they would die in the wild, or whatever like that, or they're rescued because circus animals can't be put back in the wild; they'll just die. So those type of things kind of double as zoos because you do go to see animals, but so that's okay, I think. But like a straight up zoo, it's just
like a game preserve. You don't mind a game preserve.
a game preserve is a nice little bit.
It feels like that would be something else. Like you go there and see like Monopoly and those things in the game preserve.
And they're carefully cleaning the games to preserve them.
That's what it should be.
Please,
All right, folks. Thanks for stopping in.
please don't touch the games.
This is
preserving the game.
this is not a game usage center. This is a game preserve.
We're
Ma'am,
preserving
ma'am, can you put the pieces back to the game?
No, I
I'm
don't
trying to
think
preserve it.
Do not touch the.
Do not touch the game.
No.
All right.
Operation is not for you to play.
I remember that game.
What was your favorite board? Before we get out of here, we got 3.5 minutes. What was your favorite board game growing up? Sound off in the comments.
Man,
feel like Tim should
Sorry
go
was
first.
pretty good. Sorry,
Ari's good.
Clue.
Board game.
Clue was a tight
Oh.
game.
Is that the one where you knock down the people? You ask.
Nah, I was Guess Who.
Guess who?
Clue's the one with Colonel Mustard and Professor Blum.
Colonel Mustard.
Guess
with
who?
the-
Racial profiling, in a nutshell.
It's how you learn. It's how you learn.
Were
Very
you guys
important.
I liked Operation, but I only played Operation for like 4 days until I lost the batteries and like the fucking game was
All the
broken.
pieces are tiny.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
And the
consider
game
that a board
sucks.
game. How about
And the
what's
man never lived when I
that?
was
No, he's
involved.
bad. Yeah. Simon. Wee wah 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 wah.
No,
Oh, that's definitely not a board game, but I liked it.
That's
I
not a
like
board
that game.
That's the one you have to remember, right?
Remembering.
Yeah.
I forgot about it.
What about
Mousetrap?
Mousetrap?
Remember
What about
Mousetrap?
would
I remember.
You Sunk My Battleship count as a board game?
Oh, Battleship.
I believe they call that Battleship.
Battleship.
I liked that game. I was good at it.
Really? G.
Yeah, my G4.
Yeah, you just guess. That's all you do.
Yeah,
see,
my-
Is it
You look
is
over.
it B6?
You sunk my battleship.
I didn't like Monopoly because my brother would steal money from the bank and he'd always get Boardwalk and Park Place.
And no one ever knows the real rules. Like you always find out later that everything you learned was wrong. Like free parking, there's not supposed to be any money that you get. There's all kinds of baloney. You know what I'm talking about. You know, it's
Andrew
ridiculous.
says Andrew Hess says Monopoly. Dugan and Quatressa say sorry. Joe Abraham wants to know preserves, jam or jelly. It's a little different, but
This is great. Yeah.
John Wayne Caldwell, Life, Candyland. I loved Candyland
Oh, Candyland.
and Risk. Quatressa also says Operation and Uno.
Uno.
Risk is pretty bad.
Joe Abraham said Anna played Operation for real. She just like removed limbs from people.
Decapitation.
Yeah, that's how
And
she is.
Anna Marie Hamilton comes in. Shocker. She liked Risk.
Of course she did. Of course she
We
did.
should do a clicking and screaming game night.
We should. Great idea. Write it
Everybody
down.
bring your favorite game. Anna, it's got to be a game that exists and not one that you've created
Right.
to torture your
Not a murder game.
your current guests. And Petrushka just said the greatest part about board games is when you get in fights and flip the board.
I agree with that.
That is
That's
true.
the best.
That's the
Then you
best
run
part.
down the hallway crying.
It
Guys-
causes like a divide in the family.
In the family. Those are awesome nights. Tomorrow night is Takeout Friday.
Takeout Friday.
Yeah.
Post your takeout stuff.
Hashtag
Mhm.
Takeout Friday
Tell
tomorrow
us
night.
where you went.
Yep.
That's it. We made it through another week.
We made it through. Sorry about the technical difficulties.
I'm not.
Hopefully, you guys still had fun, even though we couldn't interact as much. Couple announcements before we wrap up. Head over to wherever you listen to podcasts, whether it's Apple Podcasts, whether it's Anchor or iTunes, whatever. Look up Clicking and Screaming. Throw us a rating. Throw us a comment. The more ratings we get, the more people listen to us, the more fans we get, the more fun we can have, and the more people we will say that you were here first. Also, head over to the YouTube channel, throw a subscription down. We will be, these are on there right now. We'll be posting other content. Suicide prevention hotline. We have to mention that earlier. Not to be taken lightly. Please, if you or you know anybody that has those thoughts, definitely take it seriously and contact the right people. Tomorrow night's Takeout Friday. Am I missing anything, gang?
I don't think so.
Don't take apes or chimpanzees. It's not right.
It's a bad thing.
Yeah. So without further ado, that's our program for the night. We'll be back tomorrow night, like we said. Down below, that's our favorite gal, our favorite person. You love her, you hate her, you love her again. It's
me.
at I Hate Kate. The top left, as you see, the man behind the shades, the mustached man, blowing kisses to all the fans.
Everybody's here.
It's at Professor Fry. Whoa, don't do it with the little. He did the little this one. I'm on the right. I'm at Tyler Rothrock. Tim, would you do us a favor, pal?
He's looking right at you.
Wait, I gotta get this.
You missed it. Nope, it's not working.
Eat my arm. Eat my arm. Eat my arm. Wait. It's gonna start bigger as you.
Yeah. Go ahead, eat it. Eat the arm.
No.
Oh, we do have fun.
Yeah, we do have fun here on the phone. All right, ring that bell. Thank you, everybody, for coming. We will see you tomorrow night. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies. We are the Trinity.
Yes, we are.